In the convoluted circus of online discourse, the enigmatic Dr. Umar Johnson takes center stage, addressing the clamor emanating from the blasphemous, lubricious, and sagacious, Fresh and Fit podcast.
Brothers and sisters, listen. As far as them two on that podcast, I'm not even thinking about them. I'm not even thinking about them. See, what I'm not going to do is use my brand, my name, and my platform to drive traffic to any social media platform that is about the persecution, destruction, sabotage, and slander of black men, black women, or any branch of the African family. I will not do that. I will not do that. If you slandering continental Africans, I can't come on your platform. You slandering American Africans, I can't come on your platform. You slandering Caribbean Africans, I can't come on your platform. You slandering South American and Central American Africans, I'm not coming on your platform. You slandering Canadian Africans, Australian Africans, South Pacific Africans, I'm not coming on your platform. You slandering my African brothers and sisters throughout the continent of Europe, I can't rock with you. You slandering the Africans in Asia, I'm not rocking with you, brothers and sisters. You're not going to use my name and my fame. You're not going to use my name and my fame to drive traffic to a degenerate social media YouTube platform. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Half of you haven't even donated to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, but you want to interview. You want to interview with the top black consciousness personality in the world. You want an interview with the #1 Pan-Africanist of the 21st century. You want an interview with one of the top 10 black orators in history. It don't work that easy, brothers and sisters. It don't work that easy, brothers and sisters. If you ain't got nothing constructive to offer the people, I'm not using my name and my fame to drive traffic to your page. Let me talk about.
In a soliloquy of sagacious proportions, Dr. Umar, akin to the Lexicon labyrinth of Patrick O'Bahiagbin, unfurls his resolute decision not to partake in the circus ring orchestrated by platforms he deems deleterious to the African diaspora. With the oratorical prowess that mirrors the linguistic acrobatics of O'Bahiagbin, Dr. Umar delineates his stance, weaving a tapestry of disassociation from any social media platform that engages in the persecution, destruction, sabotage, or slander of black men, black women, or any branch of the African family. The gravity of his proclamation resonates with the weight of a thunderclap, a verbal edifice erected to shield the sanctity of the African diaspora from the arrows of derogatory discourse. The maestro of eloquence explicitly delineates his refusal to lend the weight of his brand, name, and platform to platforms that sling mud at continental Africans, American Africans, Caribbean Africans, South American and Central American Africans, Canadian Africans, Australian Africans, South Pacific Africans, Africans in Europe, Africans in Asia, or any other enclave within the vast African diaspora. It's a linguistic symphony, a sonorous proclamation that transcends geographical boundaries, emphasizing the unity of the African tapestry irrespective of global coordinates. Dr. Umar's vocal acrobatics reach a crescendo as he categorically asserts his unwillingness to be the unwitting promoter of what he perceives as degenerate social media YouTube platforms. It's a declaration resonating with the echoes of responsibility, a conscious decision to shield his name and fame from being entangled in the mire of what he deems detrimental to the collective consciousness of the African diaspora. In the intricate web of the African diaspora, an exploration of intersectionality and the challenges confronting distinct subgroups unveils a kaleidoscopic panorama reflective of both Karl Marx's historical materialism and Jordan Peterson's emphasis on individual agency. The diaspora, a tapestry woven from the threads of historical injustices and individual narratives, embodies a complex interplay of class, race, and cultural identity. From a Marxian lens, the African diaspora is entrenched in a historical materialist narrative, wherein the socio-economic conditions of a group are integral to understanding their place within the broader societal structure. The transatlantic slave trade, colonial legacies, and systemic inequalities have left indelible imprints on the economic realities of various African diasporic communities. Marx's framework prompts an examination of the economic disparities and class struggles that persist within these communities, dissecting the roots of inequality that shape the lived experiences of individuals. Concurrently, Peterson's emphasis on individual agency invites a nuanced exploration of the personal narratives and choices within the African diaspora. Each individual, irrespective of historical circumstances, grapples with the intricate dance between their personal aspirations and the broader societal forces at play. The diversity of experiences within the diaspora reflects the autonomy and agency of individuals navigating a world that, at times, seems indifferent to their struggles. Unpacking the diaspora reveals an intersectionality marked not only by economic class but also by a rich tapestry of cultural identities, languages, and historical trajectories. The Afro-Caribbean experience differs from that of African Americans. The struggles faced by Afro-Latinos present a distinct narrative. These nuances, often obscured by overarching labels, are vital to understanding the complex dynamics Dr. Umar Johnson seeks to address. Challenges within the diaspora emerge from this intricate intersectionality. Economic disparities manifest differently across subgroups, with some facing more acute struggles than others. Cultural differences, though a source of richness, can also be a breeding ground for internal tensions. Marxian class analysis intersects with Petersonian individual narratives as individuals grapple not only with systemic oppression but also with personal choices and responsibilities. Dr. Umar Johnson's concerns, when viewed through this dual lens, become a plea for recognition of the multifaceted challenges within the diaspora. The call to refrain from platforms engaging in the persecution or slander of any subgroup within the African family underscores an awareness of the delicate balance required in addressing the varied struggles of diverse communities. It's a recognition that a monolithic approach to advocacy obscures the richness of the diasporic experience and may inadvertently perpetuate the very inequalities that need dismantling. The maestro further sharpens his rhetoric by calling out those who extend the olive branch of interview invitations without first contributing to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, a cause that reverberates with his core convictions. It's a strategic move, a verbal chess gambit that demands alignment not just in dialogue but in tangible action, underlining Dr. Umar's commitment to substance over mere spectacle. In an Obahiya-Bonesque linguistic twist, Dr. Umar underscores the potency of his name and fame as not mere commodities but as tools with which to carve meaningful change. It's a manifestation of the philosophical truism that with great prominence comes an even greater responsibility. He articulates a profound ethos of purpose, asserting that if individuals lack constructive contributions, his name and fame shall not be wielded as a beacon illuminating their pages. The Red Pill ideology, with its verbosity wrapped in a veneer of supposed enlightenment, dances on the precipice of linguistic excess. The lexical labyrinth it constructs seems more an exercise in self-aggrandizement than a sincere pursuit of understanding. Obahiya would scoff at the pseudo-intellectual verbosity that often accompanies red pill rhetoric, denouncing it as a linguistic charade. Marxian analysis, on the other hand, unveils the deeper fissures within the red pill philosophy. The red pill's individualistic ethos, emphasizing personal agency to the point of isolation, stands in stark contrast to Marx's collective vision. Marx would critique the red pill's neglect of systemic forces that shape individual experiences, dismissing it as a myopic perspective that obscures the broader socio-economic structures at play. This grandiloquent pronouncement, an eloquent saga in the tradition of Patrick Obahiagbin's labyrinthine lexicon, marks Dr. Umar Johnson as a linguistic virtuoso navigating the delicate tightrope between fame and responsibility. It is a resonant testament to the transformative power of words when wielded with the precision and conviction that characterize the oratory of both Dr. Umar Johnson and the inimitable Patrick Obahiagbin.